Hi guys, welcome to another true review. Today I'm bringing you Draw a Stickman Epic on the Xbox One. Now, a quick disclaimer on this, I am playing the game with a control pad. It is Kinect enabled, but due to a disability I have, I can't actually stand and use the Kinect. So please bear that in mind, that the game is available to play with the Kinect as well, but as the Xbox One is now available in a Kinectless bundle, and plus people who have the Kinect absolutely hate the thing, the control method is probably something a lot of people are going to plump to play the game with. So please do bear that in mind. This is a reflection of the game played with the Xbox One control pad. Now, Draw a Stickman Epic is a great concept. It's a brilliant idea. It reminds me of Scribblenauts, where you actually draw. But the thing is, with you using the control pad, or even if you use the Kinect, you're not actually drawing on a tangible surface. Like with the Scribblenauts, you would be drawing on the DS screen and stuff, and it's a bit more tactile, where you're actually drawing on a surface, and you can obviously be a bit more accurate. With a control pad, it's very difficult to draw accurate representations of anything. I mean, the Stickman's not too bad to do, but when it asks you to draw a flame to light a fire, it's a bit tricky to do. So you draw your hero, you draw your hero's friend who gets kidnapped and sucked into a book, and you go chasing after them to rescue them, and you get put into a nice pencil drawn world with like pastel shaded colours. The graphics really do fit the theme of the game really well, and it's one of the game's main strong points. Now, in order to progress through the game, you have to use magic pencils, which normally just do one thing. There is a couple that do two things, such as the Storm Cloud one, but the pencils just generally do one thing and one thing only. The fire pencil, for instance, at the start of the game, burns things down. You just draw I can either draw a rudimentary line, or just try and do a scribble, or try and even draw a flame if you're able to, and that will set that object alight. A Storm Cloud one, if you draw a storm cloud or even just a line, some of the times it will do a rain cloud, but if you do a scribble and colour that in, you get a storm cloud which does lightning. There is also other pencils which you can draw an axe with and draw a key. They're obviously self-explanatory for chopping things down and opening things. And that's how the game proceeds. It presents you with a number of obstacles, but you're limited to a handful of pencils, sometimes even one pencil per level. So the solution to these problems is just staring you straight in the face, and it's just a case of muddling your way through the levels and progressing. In terms of levels, the game's not very long. I've been playing the game for about a couple of hours now, and I've only got about 2 more levels to unlock, and that's pretty much the entire game. So it is a very quick game. There is collectibles in the level. There's a hidden puzzle piece in each level and a hidden colour in each level as well. Some of the levels do have multiple exits. That's how you unlock your hidden levels, by exiting via a different method on the level itself. This has been a pretty hard review for myself, to be honest with you, because as I've said previously, I absolutely adore the concept of this game. I just think they've just shot themselves in the foot with how they've implemented it. The limited nature of the pencils, I mean, it just so stunts the gameplay. Fire pencil, obviously you burn things down. You've got 1 pencil to use per level, 2 sometimes, or 3, but they're so self-explanatory what you do with them. There's no avenue for creativity. There's no way of doing an alternate method to solve the problem. Like in a game like Scribblenauts, you could draw vastly different things. I mean, fair enough, a lot of the items did the same thing and ended up winning the same results, but you had that option of drawing different things. And this, you just limit to drawing a fire, a cloud, a key, an axe, and that's it really. The solutions to the problem just scream you in the face. Another issue is how the drawing's implemented with the control pad. You have to press the X button, which relinquishes the control of your stickman, and then you get control of a cursor. You have to move the cursor over to where you want to draw, and it moves very slow. Draw what you want and then press the A button to activate the drawing. Now, when an enemy is approaching you, you're obviously at complete risk because you can't control your stickman, but you've got to get near the enemy to make the enemy expose its weakness, and then quickly change to the drawing tool, draw what you want on the correct spot, and then activate it. It's a very cumbersome process. It may sound a quick process when you're talking about it, but when you actually play it, it kind of like spoils any moments of tension where you could potentially die. Graphics are the game's strong point. The levels are beautifully drawn, hand-drawn kind of pencil drawings to fit with the Stickman theme, and the areas which are coloured in are kind of like pastel shades of colour, and they do really work very well. I really did love the graphics in this game. Sound wise, the soundtrack's a little bit repetitive, there's not a lot of difference between the various themes of the levels, and the sound can get a little bit monotonous. Achievement wise, it should be an easy list. I've unlocked about 75% of the achievements at the time of doing this review. There's an awful lot of grindy ones which have got really ridiculous numbers on, like light 1,000 fires or chop down 500 trees. They could have been reeled back a little bit. So I'm going to give this game a 6 out of 10. For me, the pacing kills the game and the puzzles are really self-explanatory. The game never really gets going, to be honest with you, and then it ends. So yeah, it's definitely worth a look. It's not a bad game, but it's just something, to me, I had to play it in small doses, and I've only actually played it for 2.5 hours and unlocked the majority of the levels in the game, and I just didn't find myself having that much of a good time with it. I just want to reiterate just before I go that this is playing the game with the control pad. It may be a completely different experience with the Kinect. So I hope you enjoyed that review, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you want to follow me on my social media pages. That does help me build the channel and get these games to you as quickly as possible. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Thanks for watching and thanks for your continued support.